Hello students, today we are going to solve the exercises which are based on this chapter, Golu grows a nose. So let's start solving the exercises of chapter 5, Golu grows a nose. Rudyard Kipling's short story, Golu grows a nose, is hilarious as well as thought-provoking. It is the story of a curious little elephant Golu. Like a child, Golu too had questions about everything. He asked the ostrich why she could not fly, the giraffe as to why it had spots, and wondered why the baboon was so hairy. One might consider that other jungle animals got tired of his question. Golu and the other elephants has a round and stubby nose. Unlike trunks that we completely associate with elephants. One day, Golu decided to find out what a crocodile has for dinner. He reaches to the edge of the Limpopo river. When he finally meets one, the crocodile, true to his nature, talks Golu into coming close to the river and then catches him by the nose to pull him in and eat him up. But in this struggle of pulling and pulling, Golu's nose grows very long. In the end, Golu learns not only about the dangers of the trusting strangers, but also about the advantage of having a long nose. We can find the characters in this story. First is the Golu, the young elephant, the crocodile, the python, the ostrich, giraffe, and the myna. The moral of the story is curiosity can lead to dangerous experiences, but experience is also the best teacher. At the end of the day, all's well that ends well. And through this story, you can see the wildlife and the curiosity of a child, experience what he got from the jungle. These type of the things you can learn from this story. After the short summary of this chapter, we have to move to the question and answers. And the exercises. Answer the following questions. Whom does Golu ask, why don't you ever fly like other birds? For this answer, we can see in the text. Now here you can see there was a baby elephant called Golu. He too had no trunk but only a bulgy nose, as small as a small boot. Golu was full of caution. He asked his tall aunt, the ostrich, why don't you ever fly like other birds? Now here you can find the answer. He asked his tall aunt, the ostrich, why don't you ever fly like a... So this answer we can write like this. Golu asked the ostrich why it never flew like other birds. Now let's move to the next question. Next question is, which uncle of Golu had red eyes? Now let's see in the text. Here you can see, why are your eyes so red? He asked his hairy uncle, the baboon. And after that, why do melons taste like melons? The ostrich, the giraffe, the hippopotamus, and the baboon had no answer. And here you can see, after he asked his huge uncle, the hippopotamus, why are your eyes so red? So this question he asked to hippopotamus uncle. The hippo answer you can write like this. The hippopotamus was the uncle who had red eyes. Which uncle of Golu had red eyes? Hippopotamus. The hippopotamus was the uncle who had red eyes. Huge uncle. Here it is written. Now let's move to the next question. Golu's relative did not answer his question because they were shy, the questions were too difficult. Golu was a naughty baby. Now here we have to choose the correct option. Golu's relative did not answer his question because they were shy, the questions were too difficult. Golu was a naughty baby. Now answer we have to choose. Golu's relative did not answer his questions because the questions were too difficult. So let's move to the fourth question. Who advised Golu to go to the Limpopo River? Let's move to the text. Here you can see one day Golu met the myna bird sitting in the middle of a bush, and he asked her, "What does the crocodile have for dinner?" The myna said, "Go to the banks of the great grassy Limpopo River and find out." Here you can see the myna said. Who advised Golu to go to the Limpopo River? The myna advised Golu to go to the Limpopo River. This way you can write the answer. Now let's move to the next question. Fifth question is, why did Golu go to the river? Let's move to the text. Here you can see Golu went home. He took 100 sugarcane, 50 dozen bananas and 25 melons. Then he said to his family, "Goodbye. I am going to the great grassy Limpopo River. I will find out what the crocodile has for dinner." Now here you can see, why did Golu go to the river? The answer is here. and we can write like this. Golu went to the river to see a crocodile and to find out what it had for dinner. Now let's move to the question number 6. Question number 6 is, the crocodile lay on the bank of Limpopo River. Golu thought it was a living crocodile, a dead crocodile, a log of wood. Now here the options are a living crocodile, a dead crocodile, a log of wood. Here we have to choose one option which are correct or according to the text. So we are going to choose a log of wood because it is written in the text also. We can see in the text. It was really the crocodile who winked at him. Excuse me, said Golu. Have you ever seen a crocodile? The crocodile winked again and lifted half his tail out of the mud. Here, come here, little one, said the crocodile. Why do you ask such question? I want to know. Come close, little one. Now here you can see on the bank of the river he saw a log of wood. He was thinking that it is a log of wood, but it was a crocodile, and it was really the crocodile who winked at him. From here we have seen the answer, so we will put a tick, a log of wood. Now next question is, what did the crocodile do to show that it was a real crocodile? Now let's move to the text and see. Come here, little one. I will whisper the answer to you, said the crocodile. Golu put his head down close to the crocodile, and crocodile snouts, and the crocodile caught him by the nose. I think, said the crocodile, today a baby elephant will be my dinner. Let me go. You are hurting me, Mr. Crocodile, screamed Golu. Now, when he shed the tears, then he able to understood that it was a crocodile. So let's move to the next question. This answer we can write. It shed crocodile tears to show that it was a real crocodile. And then question number 8. Come here, little one, and I will whisper the answer to you. The crocodile said this because he could not stand up. He wanted to eat Golu. Golu was deaf. Now here you can see the crocodile said this because he wanted to eat Golu. We have already seen. He called Golu near and Golu went there. And what happened? Golu put his head down close to the crocodile's snout and crocodile caught him by the nose. Now here you can see the crocodile because he wanted to eat. We have to put a tick. He wanted to eat Golu. Now 9th, who helped Golu on the bank of the river? Now here you can see who helped Golu on the bank of the river. Let's see in the text. python was continuously observing this. Then the python coiled himself round Golu's stomach and said, "Let's pull harder." Golu dug in all his four legs in the mud and pulled. The nose kept on stretching. At each pull, the nose grew longer and longer, and it hurt Golu. Here you can see the python is everywhere in the story. So we can write the answer. Who helped Golu on the bank of the river? The python helped Golu on the bank of the river. Now let's move to the next question. Our 10th question is, name two things the elephant can do with his trunk and two he cannot. So first thing we have to write, the elephant can lift his food with his trunk, and the second is he can also pour water on himself with the help of the trunk. First we have to write can lift his food. Can lift his food with his trunk. First thing, and the second, he can also pour water. Can also pour water on himself. With the help of the trunk. Now the next thing is and write the two things he cannot do with the trunk. He cannot scratch himself with his trunk. Cannot scratch himself with his trunk, and second is he cannot eat his food with his trunk. His food with his trunk. With the help of the trunk, he can eat, but through this he cannot eat because the trunk hasn't have any teeth. So that's why he cannot eat his food with his trunk. Few more questions can be asked in a type of short questions. We can write, what do you know about Golu? Now in the first paragraph you can see Golu was a baby elephant. He had a bulgy nose. He had no trunk. He was full of questions. Now 3-4 characteristics of Golu you can find. So we can write, what do you know about Golu? Golu was a baby elephant. Golu was a baby Elephant. And the next thing, he had no trunk. He had a bulgy nose as like as boot. Now next question. Which bird directed Golu to go to the Limpopo river and why? We have already seen a myna bird was sitting in the middle of a bush. Golu asked her what the crocodile ate at dinner. Now here you can see the myna bird directed Golu to go to the Limpopo river to find out the answer. What items of food did Golu take before leaving his home for Limpopo river? Now here we have seen in the story that he was prepared himself. Golu moved on preparing to go to the Limpopo river. He was so excited and he was preparing himself. He took 100 sugar canes, 50 dozen bananas and 25 melons. Here you can see the answer. So we can write the answer like this. He took 100 sugar canes, 50 dozen bananas and 25 melons. Next question. How did Golu help the python? This answer we can write. Golu helped the python to coil around the branch of a tree again. Golu helped the python to coil around the branch of the tree again. Now question number 5. What question did Golu ask the python? The same question he asked to the python. It was, have you ever seen a crocodile? What does he look like? What does he have to have for dinner? So there are 3 questions asked by Golu to the python. Now next question. Why did python help Golu? The python uncoiled himself from the branch of a tree but said nothing. Golu politely held him to coil around the branch again and said goodbye to him. So the question is, why did the python help Golu? Golu had helped the python to coil around the branch of a tree. The python felt grateful to him and quietly followed him. The python helped Golu when the crocodile caught him by the nose. He did not repay Golu for his goodness. Now here you can see he helped a lot when the Golu was in problem. Then now we just write some long time of the question. Describe Golu's meeting with the crocodile. Now here we can see Golu moved on eating sugar canes, bananas and melons. After a few days, he reached the very edge of the great grassy Limpopo river. On the bank of the river, he saw a log of wood. It was really the crocodile who winked at him. Excuse me, said Golu. Have you ever seen a crocodile? The crocodile winked again and lifted half his tail out of the mud. Come here, little one, said the crocodile. Why do you ask such questions? I want to know. Come close, little one, for I am the crocodile. And he shed crocodile tears to show it was quite true. Golu was afraid, but he sat down on the bank and said, You are the very person I was looking for. Please tell me what you have for dinner. Come here, little one, and I will whisper the answer to you, said the crocodile. Golu put his head down close to the crocodile's snout, and the crocodile caught him by the nose. Now here you can see, you can write these incidents in your word Golu reached the edge of the Limpopo River. He saw a crocodile on its bank. The crocodile winked at Golu. Golu asked him if he was a crocodile. The crocodile raised his tail out of the mud. He was surprised why Golu asked him such a question. He shed crocodile's tears. He asked Golu to come close. He would not answer the personal question. He would whisper the answer to his question. He would tell him what he had for dinner in a low tone. Golu put his head down close to the crocodile's snout. The crocodile caught Golu by the nose. He declared that he would eat Golu that day. Golu screamed with fear and pain. Now, the next question can be asked: what, according to the python, were the advantage of the long nose or long trunk? Now, here you can see each and every time python mentioned the advantage of the trunk. A fly stung Golu on the shoulder. Golu hit the fly with his long nose, yani trunk. The fly lay head. Golu plucked a large bundle of grass, dusted it against his forelegs. He stuffed the grass into his mouth with the help of his long nose. The sun was very hot. Golu dug out some mud from the bank with the help of his long nose. He slopped the mud on his head. Golu could not do any of the above activity with the small nose. These were all advantages of the long nose or trunk according to the python. Each and every time python giving or mentioning the advantages of the long nose. Now, after the solving question and answer, we should write some word meaning. The first word is bulgy. Bulgy means swollen. Next word is wiggle. Wiggle. Wiggle means movement of a thing from up to down or side to side. Movement of a thing from up to down, or side to side. Now next word is haunches. 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 Haunches means thighs. Next word is scooped. Scooped means pick up and move. Pick up and move. Scooped means pick up and move. For the recapitulation, we can ask some question to revise this chapter. That is, which wild animal has a trunk? The answer is Elephant is the wild animal that has a trunk. Who is Golu in the story? Golu is a baby elephant in the story. Does Golu have a trunk? No, Golu doesn't have a trunk. He has a bulgy nose. How big was Golu nose? Answer: Golu nose was as small as a boot. Now some question we can ask for revision of this chapter. What did the Golu ask the ostrich? Golu asked his aunt ostrich that why she did not fly like other birds do. Second question, what did the Golu ask the giraffe? Golu asked the giraffe that why was his skin so spotty. Third question, what did the Golu ask the hippopotamus? Answer is, Golu asked his uncle hippopotamus that why were his eyes always so red. Fourth question, what did Golu ask the baboon? Answer is, Golu asked his uncle baboon that why do melons taste like melons? Fifth question, what do all the animals had to say about Golu's question? Answer is, all the animals thought of Golu as a naughty baby who asked very difficult questions. Next question we can ask, who does Golu meet one day? Answer we can write or tell. Golu met a bird Myna one day. It was sitting in the middle of the bush and he asked her about the dinner meal of the crocodile. The Myna asked her to go to the Limpopo river and get his answer. Second question, where did Golu go first after Myna asked him to visit the Limpopo river? Answer is, Golu first went back to his home and collected 100 sugar canes, 50 dozen bananas and 25 melons and told his family goodbye as he is going to the great grassy Limpopo river to find out what the crocodile eats for dinner. Next question, who did Golu find on his way to the Limpopo river? Answer, for these answers, we can summarize the story also. We can revise this story once more time. So answer is, on his way to the Limpopo river, Golu found a python that was coiled on a tree. Golu asked him, has he ever seen a crocodile, what he looks like and what he has for dinner. Question number 4, how did python react to Golu's question? Answer, we can see in the story, we have already seen, so we can write the answer. When Golu asked the python his question, the python uncoiled himself from the tree and spoke nothing. So Golu simply held the python in coiling around the branch and said goodbye to him also. How did Golu reach the Limpopo river? Answer is, eating sugar canes, bananas and melon. Golu somehow reached the edge of the great grassy Limpopo river, where on the banks of the river he found a log of wood. Who winkled at Golu? What does Golu ask him? What does the other person reply? Golu saw a crocodile, winked at him, and what does Golu ask him? He asked that what you are going to eat in the dinner. What does the other person reply? Golu replied to the crocodile that he just want to know, and the other person replied that you can see. And after that, how did the crocodile convince Golu that he is the crocodile? The answer is, when the Golu told the crocodile that he just wanted to know how the crocodile looked like, the crocodile asked Golu to come closer and told him that he is the crocodile. To convince Golu, the crocodile shed some tears that are named as crocodile tears. Golu was afraid of him but still sat on the bank and told the Golu that he was just a person Golu was looking for, as he wants to know what he was for dinner. How did crocodile trap Golu? When the crocodile got to help, the Golu was curious about knowing his dinner plans. He planned to trap Golu. The crocodile asked Golu to come closer. He will whisper the answer in his ear. Innocent Golu got trapped and put his head down close to the crocodile's snout. Just then the crocodile got the chance to trap him by the nose. And the crocodiles tell Golu that today a baby elephant Golu would be his dinner. What followed Golu? Who followed Golu? And how did he save him from the crocodile? The python, as you already seen in the story, the python the Golu met on his way to the Limpopo river had followed Golu. When he saw that the crocodile was dragging Golu into the river, the python tells Golu to pull harder or else the crocodile will drag him into the stream. Golu listened to him and pulled and pulled. When the python saw Golu losing his strength, he coiled himself round Golu's stomach and said, "Let's pull harder." Then at the last, what happened to the Golu nose when he was being dragged by the crocodile into the river? How does it help Golu later? When Golu was struggling to save himself from the crocodile that had caught him from his nose, he realized that his nose was stretching and getting bigger and bigger. His nose grew into the 5 feet long trunk, but Golu was free from the crocodile. Golu kept his nose in water for days as to shrink it and cool it down, but it didn't shrink. Later, the trunk helped him the killing the fly, plucking a large bundles of grass, and then scooped some mud from the bank and slapped it on the snake's head. Golu thanked Python and went back to his family. Now that's all for today. Bye-bye and take care, and revise this story again and again because it's giving you a lesson, a moral, and it is a wonderful story of Rudyard Kipling. So till then, bye-bye, take care.